Hello and welcome. My name is Lechuga, and I'm your host of MiamiRealEstate.tv. Today we're at the Ritz-Carlton Residences Miami Beach, and I'm joined by Philip Freedman, the Executive Sales Director of the development, and he's had tremendous success this year in selling this development. I just recently learned that you've had over $135 million in sales in just the past 75 days alone. It's crazy.
It's been crazy. Needless to say, we're nonstop. The sales have been exciting. We sold out all of our penthouse units, which of course, thank you very much. You were involved with that $15 million sale.
My pleasure. That was a great property.
Wonderful. Very exciting. It is. 40-foot long swimming pool, 8,500 square feet of terrace, 6,300 square feet of inside space. They've got basically a third of an acre up in the sky. Pretty spectacular.
That's for sure. And they're super happy with that purchase.
They are.
Yes. And where are the buyers coming from?
Interesting. It's a local buyer base. The local buyers that are coming into us are coming from south of Fifth. Okay. They're coming from Bell Harbor. They're coming from the Continuum, from Apogee, from Brickell, other luxury locations. But what we also found was because our residences were large, they actually came from private homes, making that downsize factor of not having to worry about being on the water, not having to worry about having a seawall and a roof and a pool and a landscaper and a groundskeeper and all these things that they have to have in a home. We were averaged at 3,300 square feet of space for our residences, over 3 bedrooms. And we found that people came here because they wanted that same feel of the expanse of their property, just not in the land, in a home, in the sky.
Yeah, that's what I love most about the units here, the space, the floor plans. I mean, they're very well laid out. They're very spacious, and I mean, even the smallest units, what?
Yeah,
like
2,000 square feet.
2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And it's your smallest unit. It's incredible. I mean, 2,000 square feet in a lot of buildings is a 3-bedroom.
Correct. Correct.
And that's what makes this really special is the floor plans. I like the finishes are incredible as well.
Beautiful finishes. We've got 110 residences in the building with the 15 villas that are already in construction. And of the 110 residences, there's 62 floor plans. So like you said, each floor plan's a little different, and there's a little nuance to each one, which makes us extremely different than anything that's out there. And they're big. They are. They are well proportioned. The ceiling heights range from 8.5 feet in different areas, unfortunately, and some units, and not unfortunately, because then they have a 16-foot ceiling. Or in the case of your clients that bought the penthouse, 13.5 feet is the finished ceiling all the way throughout.
Incredible.
Beautiful space.
And you mentioned the villas. Those are exciting because last year the single-family homes market was red hot. And now all that inventory is pretty much gone.
Correct.
So if you want a single-family home, this is a great option because you have the amenities and the services of the Ritz-Carlton Residences, but you have your own private home.
And it is, and to the point of the villas, and I thank you again because Lucas has been an amazing selling feature for us. The waterfront villas are single-family standalone homes, but they're condominium ownership. So our buyers have the ability of literally lock and load, lock and go and enjoy. We take care of the lawn. We take care of the grounds, we take care of the pool, we take care of the roof, and it's all part of their maintenance fee. And they've got all of those amenities, as you mentioned, the half-acre pool terrace, the amenity lounge, the restaurant, which April 1st, and that's no April Fool's joke, April 1st we're opening up the restaurant.
Nice, beautiful. And you don't even have to go to the restaurant, right? You could order that in-house?
Absolutely.
And even to the villas?
Yep. Yeah, everyone, the chef comes from opening 5 different restaurants for Bobby Flay. All of our employees, all the resident staffing is Ritz-Carlton. So Chef Ed is a Ritz-Carlton employee. But yeah, he's created this great little bento box that will be delivering all the food to the homeowners when they say, you know what, I don't want to go up to the pool, have it delivered to me. And that's what the lifestyle is. It's what service. Deliver to me, take care of me. And that's the wonderful thing about the Ritz-Carlton Residences Miami Beach. It's lifestyle, it's facilities, it's amenities, it's space, and and it's a great location because we're located in a location where it's all single-family homes, 2-story maximum, and we've got the ability to have a building that no one will ever be able to duplicate. And value, value and luxury is a very subjective word. But, you talked about finishes, and we're Buffy finishes, whether you're in the villa or you're in the building. So Buffy kitchens, Buffy bathrooms, your stone floorings, you've got wood flooring. In the villas, we're doing actually as a turnkey. So closets are done, window treatments are done, your lighting is all done, full house generator is included. So it's really, truthfully,
and your own
day of
private
closing.
mailbox, right?
And you've got your own private address with your own private mailbox. So every villa has its own street address.
Beautiful. And private pool for all of them.
All for each one.
You mentioned all that. One thing that's included in the maintenance dues that surprised me, that my clients loved, was the fact that it includes hurricane insurance, wind insurance, and flood insurance.
Correct.
The only insurance that the homeowners need to pay on their own is the interior insurance.
Contents.
The contents insurance. So that's a huge value there.
It's enormous, because if you're used to that single family home lifestyle in South Florida, and I've got it in my house, and I have a dry house, I'm not on the waterfront. I'm paying $15,000 a year just on hurricane insurance. Forget the flood, which is another $5,000, and then the contents. And that's the great thing with our landside villas, same option. Now, here's an interesting twist. Yes, all of our 8 waterfront homes have a villa, and the villas all have their own private docks just in front of their home. But for the 7 landside villas, we've secured 3 waterfront docks here at the property. So they can buy that as a subsequent situation. But they, as a landside villa owner, could have a dock. And never have to worry about it not being on the waterfront, but having that option. And it's an interesting, way to create that waterfront lifestyle without having to be on the waterfront.
And the building also offers the private day yacht, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
36-foot Frauscher, beautiful Austrian day yacht. Going over to the beach club, and we've got, Boucher Brothers handling all of our beach club service now, because they created this just for us. We used to be with another facility, but we decided that this really gives us and our owners their distinctive attention that they really prefer.
Nice. And you have a house car.
Absolutely.
You mentioned the house chef, basically. So
Yeah.
You have children's playroom, movie theater.
Screening room,
Virtual simulator.
But art studio.
And art studio,
And we're the only art studio, and this is not us purporting it, this is the Wall Street Journal. They did their due diligence.
Okay.
We are the only condominium in the world with a private art studio for owners.
Really? Wow.
The only one.
So here we are, this is the scale model. The one thing I love about this location, well, first of all, let's preface, this is 4701 North Meridian Ave. The one thing I love about this location is it's surrounded by single family homes, as you mentioned earlier.
Correct.
But it's still really close to the financial district, South of 5th, the rest of South Beach, downtown. I live in downtown, and to get here, it's like 12 minutes.
Exactly.
It's super fast, so you're really in the middle of everything. You can get to everything very quickly. You can get to Sunny Isles Beach, you can get to the airport.
You're at the Bal Harbor shops in 10 minutes, you're at the airport in 10 minutes, you're in downtown Brickell at City Center in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It is. We are centrally located in a residential home neighborhood.
Yep.
And when we think about it, we're sitting with 750 feet of frontage on Surprise Lake with where the building is, but then we have 750 feet of frontage where the waterfront villas are.
Okay.
So we got 1,500 lineal feet of waterfront on the lake. We're 7.5 acres in terms of the full facility between the landside villas, the waterfront villas, and the building. Like we talked about, you've got a half-acre pool terrace where you've got a 100-foot long lap pool, which is also where our restaurant will be. Then you've got, for your clients that close, 1/3 of an acre up on the roof, up here. So you're crazy when you think about it. And again, the way Piero designed this, he designed these with really some great indoor and outdoor space. Yeah. Where not only do the regular residences, and I say regular, loosely of course, but 200 plus square feet of terrace, upwards of 8,500 square feet of terrace. For your clients, well. Very well, with a 40-foot long swimming pool. Yeah. We've created some interesting situations. Our penthouse collection sold out literally from December 11th to January 15th. We were done.
Incredible.
And we held them back for the reason that we were saying, when people come and see the building, they're going to understand the building.
Yep.
And that's where our facility really took off. Because people, now that they walk through and they see the position, they see the space, they'll look at maybe a unit on the 5th floor and 6th floor of the exact same unit, and they're like, but the view is different. The terrace space is different. The ceiling height is different. And there's a little bit of a nuance, like I was mentioning, that even though they're the same elevation of plans, they're totally different. And that's what gives people, you know, private single-family homes vertically integrated into really a low-rise building. We have between 3 stories to 10 stories. And that's what makes this property so special.
And how many elevators do you have throughout?
Oh, just 20 private elevators.
And that's what's great. You never have a long elevator wait.
No, and you don't have a line. You know, you know, and unfortunately in other buildings, there you go. You know,
I see
downtown.
I see the lines. I show all around town, and there's literally a line to get up the elevator.
And I mean, and you've been here a lot with us, and thank you for your support. And it's been amazing because nobody's waiting. Even, you know, on average, 20 elevators private to the families in their different locations, of course. But, you know, 110 residences, that's on average 5.5 families that share an elevator. So by doing that, by creating this situation that they did on a long property, they were able to actually create these privacy positions that actually in today's world, and we know what we're dealing with, we're socially distant, everybody, just want to remind everyone. But it is a coordination where we have that safety. You have that peace of mind. And by doing that, you know, Piero designed all these different positions of, okay, this elevator can go to these residences, and literally on the 5th floor you stop. And now you got to take a different elevator to go to 6 to 8. So it's interesting the way they created this. Just brilliant people that, you know, designed the infrastructure of it. Lionheart Capital, when they designed this with Piero, they brought this to market, and, you know, Ophir Sternberg and, you know, his partners, Allison Greenfield, and at that time it was Ricardo Deneen, really came to the insight of bringing something unlike anything to this neighborhood. Branded Ritz-Carlton Residences. We have rental restrictions, so it's twice a year maximum, 6 months in a day minimum, so we're not transient. There's no hotel component, which is also very important in today's world. You don't have that transient people in and out and in and out. Don't have that elevator factor of saying, I'm on the 48th floor, what a beautiful view. Yes, I'm on the 48th floor, and there's 48 families down in that same elevator line that have to share the elevator.
Exactly.
So it's really been a very exciting time for us, seeing the activity, but most importantly, bringing some wonderful neighbors together that are socializing together within the property. They're having dinners together. They're going to the pool terrace together. We've got that big open space. So even during COVID's crazy time, we were able to actually have our pool terrace open, and Miami Beach approved it because we were able to socially distance 2 lounge chairs every 6 to 10 feet to have that peace of mind.
Lovely. And we were speaking about the villas earlier. That's where the standalone, these were
this would be where the standalone landside villas are. And then if I would be, you know, where the land would continue right over here, this is the additional waterfront villas, the 8 that we have on this side of the property. And, you know, it's interesting because you've got the coordination of having these here, each having its own driveway, each having its own private 2-car garage right within the villa itself. And then if they have 3, 4, or 5 cars, no problem, because they can park with valet for the extra. And always have those extra cars secured in the environment of the garage facility itself.
That's convenient.
Nice.
Yeah, right across the street. Or
right down the side, because we've got the west lobby, which has its own valet, and then you've got your villas over here, or the main villas, the land side there, going to the main lobby. So really a great facility, great positioning, and again, you can see just by the scale model, and this is pretty darn close to true, these big terraces that were created. One of our buyers bought this entire floor. One apartment wasn't big enough, so they had to buy the entire floor. They came out of the Sunset Islands. You know, we talked about neighborhoods and people. So they came out of, you know, a 13,000 square foot home in the Sunsets, but found it difficult to downsize to 5,000 square feet. Ended up buying for 9,000 square feet of inside. Forget the terrace. And the views, of course, are just breathtakingly spectacular.
For sure. And back here we have the scale models of the actual villas?
We do. So the first 3 are our waterfront styles. Because we're building without pre-sales, even though we're selling, we're building without pre-sales. We had everything permitted, all of our entitlements completed. So we've immediately commenced construction. We're already got all the pilings in, foundations are going to be commencing actually next week.
Oh, well.
So we're ready to go. Well, not ready to go. We are going vertical. And vertical's only 2-story, which is great. These will be done in spring and summer of 2022, so only a little over a year away. And they're 4,200 square feet of inside living space, private 2-car garage in addition to that. And then the terraces and the land, I mean, you've got over 8,700 square feet to a 10,000 square foot lot. Which, if you think about homes down on the Venetians, same size lots,
for sure,
but they're $12 million.
Yep.
Well, our waterfronts, we only start at $5,975,000. You fortunately have been involved with one of our waterfront sales, and your next door neighbor's property to your clients went under contract at $8,450,000.
Yeah, over $1 million.
Over $1 million more than
like
your
a
clients
week later.
Yeah, literally. And that's the C model. So we've got ABC. We created with the design and review board different positioning so that you're not looking the same as your neighbor next door. So we created that position. And then, with the creation, of course, it meets all current code, all current new height restrictions. So you're at 9 feet above sea level and you're inside of the house. And that's important. It is today's world.
That was one of my clients' concerns, is how high above sea level is this? And you assured them that this is the latest code.
Yep.
And so that satisfied them. That made them feel more at peace about this purchase. So they moved forward, and they moved forward quickly.
They did. They did.
And how large of a boat are you able to dock in the back?
So similar to the building, the waterway for us, with the way we got our DERM approvals for permits, was a 40-foot long boat.
Okay.
So your dock is 40 feet long. Your property is 60 feet of water frontage.
Okay.
So you have that coordination where you can get a 40-foot boat. You do have water. You do have electrical down at the dock itself. Just like the same pylon stations that we have here at the building on the waterfront, 28 other docks. So we have 8 waterfront homes with another 28 waterfront docks. And down on this side, it'll take us to our landside villas. So the nice thing is with the E floor plan, and there's E and ER, meaning a mirror image, it's a really interesting angle. And the property is a larger lot, but because it's a larger lot with an angle, we had several setback issues to work through, which is why you've got that green space and you've got the positioning here. Very heavily foliaged. So we got good privacy foliage between neighbor to neighbor. Even if it's not one of our own villas and it's a neighbor on the street, we created nice privacy. So high trees, 18 feet, 20 feet palms, and big portocarpus. Yeah, nice trees, but indigenous to the market, to the neighborhood. So we're not bringing in crazy stuff. We're bringing in things that are very consistent. And it's private. And what I mean by private is you have your own privacy gate and your own fence. Whether you're on the land side or you're on the waterfront, it encompasses your entire property. So your family, your dogs, your cats can all be in the backyard and never worried about the peace of mind of what's back there.
Incredible. And so they're all privately fenced?
Correct. Everything. And even the waterfronts. The waterfront goes from the front all the way to the seawall over the dock 2 feet. So we wanted to give that privacy to our owners that are next door to each other, even on the waterfront, where
they can't walk over.
Can't walk. So Villa 8 cannot go to Villa 7, which cannot go to Villa 6. So it really gives good privacy. And our best value, people are concerned with being close to Alton Road, but the nice thing about it is with that foliage, with the street elevation, and the creation of what we call our white noise, because we have waterfalls at all of our pools. So you've got that white noise of the water falling over and into the pool basin area separate from the pool. So really to give some nice privacy, but also to give that peace of mind and just hear, the trickle of the water or the waterfall of the water in this case. But private, positioned, and one of our owners was like, well, what if I don't want to have as much foliage down by the waterfront? Fine. We're here. This is the thing. We're not building custom homes, but we kind of are. Where our buyers are very special. They really got some great understanding. They're coming from very large properties and multiple. On average in both the building and here, 2.5 residences per resident. So it gives you an idea on how many homes some of these people have. And they're coming from all over the states, all over the world. Very large domestic marketplace in the property, but we've got 30% that are international from 13 nationalities. So we've got a really interesting demographic base in the building. And really just great families. We got little ones, we got big ones, we've got old ones, we've got young ones. Just really a cool group of demographics, great buyers, great individuals that you'd walk around and you're like, I want to be friends with these people. They're nice people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Philip, for that amazing overview that you provided us, not only on the condo building, but also the villas, which, yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And please, come visit with us. Lucas is, he's our biggest cheerleader, so reach out to Lucas and please come visit with us again.
Well, that's all for now. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next week.